Well, hydrogen and oxygen are what water is made of, H2O. And that's kind of let's say H2O. H2O is a designator for water in a pure state. Actually, if I remember right, there's 33 different molecular structures, 13 or so actual structures, and I think 15 ions that are created in just pure water. When you start adding calcium or magnesium or potassium or even your thought to that water, it changes. The water is changing at such a rate, and everything affects it. Everything is absorbed in it. Everything is part of it. So again, I say this: when you dynamically harmonize water, it creates a balance, and that balance is, for hydrogen, is for human beings, it's 7.25 to 7.45 in that range. Alkaline. When you put it through one of these devices, it raises the pH to nominally 7.5, maybe 7.8. If you have a carbon filter, like or some sort of filter, but hydrogen is attracted to carbon. So if you have a filter in line with the water, it will reduce the hydrogen by about 1 point. That's our observation. So it's still significant. It would be 6.5 or 6.8 or whatever. Know this: no matter what you consume, your endocrine system balances the pH of everything you consume. So if you're semi-healthy and relatively young yet, your endocrine system is in full function. So it will bring your hydrogen of the food and everything you eat into perfect balance. The oxygen in the water, the oxygen is released because there's an exorbitant amount of oxygen and an exceptional amount of oxygen in the water. And you'll see that when you structure it in glass, especially, you'll see the bubbles that come to the sides of the water. When you consume that, the primary place that oxygen goes is to your brain. I mean, 90-some% of the oxygen goes to your brain. And the level of oxygen is, again, high. If there's adversity in the room after you have structured the water, you leave it in a glass, and the adversity can be stress, it can be anger, it can be the carpet, which, by the way, generates toxins, hydrocarbons. It can be the furniture, it can be the walls, it can be all kinds of things in the house. And as the water sits there, it's trying to assimilate these negative or adverse energies. And it will eventually take all the oxygen to do that, to hold on to those energies. So water, structured water, nature's water, is designed to be used at the source, point of contact. We have a shower unit. You take a shower, instant hydration. Instantly enters your cells and instantly takes with it only the things good for life.